Hey guys, it's Meredith Campbell, creator of Bump Sisters, and I'm here with my official 6-week update. So good news, I was at the doctor today and I found out that I am good to go. I am all set. I can start working out, I can take baths, I can go swimming, I can have sex, I can do all kinds of fun stuff that I used to do before I had my surgery. So life's getting back to normal. We're getting back on track. So I'm going to talk to you about what life is like right now with 2 and having a newborn. Right now we're at the phase where we're in a growth spurt, so he's feeding lots. I am nursing, and he is also just very needy this week, especially tonight. He just wants to be held. That's all he wants to do. So I got him to bed by putting him in the baby Bjorn, the carrier in the front, and I rocked him and rocked him, and he finally fell asleep, and then I put him down, and then his brother, my 2-year-old, came over and gave him a kiss. It was the sweetest thing ever, but it woke him up, and that's where we've been. So anyways, he's just at that little phase where he wants to be held. But I wanted to make sure that I gave you an update, and I will give you my measurements and what I'm going to be doing. So first off, when you have a C-section, and I've talked about this before, but when you have a C-section, your abs, your abdominals, your muscles are not cut. Thank goodness. So really what you're healing is lots of your insides and your core. And remember, your abs do a lot of work because they are holding a baby or growing a baby inside of you for 40 weeks, sometimes more, sometimes a little less. But what is being cut is basically 2 things, 3 to be technical, but your skin, your layers of skin, and then a fatty tissue called fascia. And then after that is your uterus. And so those are the major things that are being cut. Your abdominals are actually being either pulled apart or pushed off to the side. So luckily your muscles aren't cut during a cesarean or C-section. So you don't have to worry about that. But some things that you do want to make sure that you are doing is following exactly what your doctor says. And my doctor said, you know, since I'm very active, I can start doing a little bit more activity around 4 weeks. And so I started walking a lot more and doing some squats with no weight, just my baby, just kind of preparing my body and getting myself back into the swing of things of what I was doing before. So I do have a little bit of weight to lose. I gained about 50 pounds with this pregnancy, and so that's going to be quite a journey. I have gotten a few comments from some strangers, you know, once at the grocery store and once in the elevator that, hey, when's your baby due? And even though I'm holding a baby, they still ask me that because I do look pregnant still. I do have kind of, I have a pooch, and I think my body has gotten, I've lost a lot of fluids, but I've also kind of just puffed back out. And I think my body is like, okay, just letting go of everything. And I just feel kind of soft and loose in areas. I can feel my muscles, but they're nowhere near what they used to be or what they're going to be in over the next 6 to 9 months. I do think that it does take 9 full months of recovery after having a baby. So that's really important. So what is life like with 2? And what is life like with a newborn? So right now I'm 6 weeks out, and I am getting up every night, probably 3 to 4 times, sometimes 5. And I am nursing. So I'm trying to feed the baby a little bit more before I go to bed. I do try to get to bed kind of early every night. My 2-year-old goes to bed at 8:30. So we try to kind of wind down by 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I try to stay in bed because I'm so exhausted after getting up all night until at least 7:30, if I can, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I know it seems like a long time in bed, but I'm really only getting probably 6 or 7 hours of sleep, and not all at once. Now, there are nights where I get interrupted sleep for 6 hours, which is amazing, and I feel like a princess after that. So in that case, I'm up in the morning doing my thing. So what we've been doing is my 2-year-old is going to sleep, and then I'm going to bed, and then I'm probably up like 10:30, sometimes midnight, sometimes 12:30. Nothing's really consistent yet. I'm starting to see patterns. Some weeks are better than others. So for instance, week 3 was killer. We went through a growth spurt that week, and it was just insane. So that was a little challenging to get through, but once you get through it, then you've got another hump to go through. Okay, life at home. Life at home is, I mean, it's awesome. I really can't complain. However, my 2-year-old has a hard time understanding that the baby needs to sleep. So he always wants the baby to play with him. And luckily, this baby sleeps a lot. And so when he's not sleeping and he's crying, or when he does fall asleep finally, my 2-year-old will go over and kiss him on the head, which wakes him up. So I kind of have to make sure that when I put the baby down that he can't get to him somehow. So we're just kind of juggling things around, and getting things done around the house is definitely more challenging. Cooking dinners and doing laundry, it's definitely a challenge. It's not super easy. But I think as a mom, I'm in a better place because I kind of know what to expect. I kind of know it's going to be hectic and challenging. So I'm always constantly planning ahead. I'm always thinking ahead of myself 20 steps and going, okay, this load of laundry needs to be folded before Tuesday so we can have it on Friday. I'm always thinking ahead of myself and hopefully organizing my life to make it easier for myself and my family. My tips for new moms or moms that just had babies. So I think right away, I was ready to get out of the house, probably 2 weeks out. My first time, I couldn't imagine leaving my house ever again. However, right around the 6-week mark, you've got to get out of the house. You've got to plan things outside, out in everyday life. You just got to get out and move. For instance, today I had a doctor's appointment. It took 3 hours, and then I had to go to the post office. So instead of going to the post office, I came home, I nursed the baby, put the baby in a stroller, and we went on a long walk. And I had to go to the grocery store, and we went on a long walk there. I live in a city, so I'm able to do those things. I don't have to drive my car everywhere, but whatever works for you, where you're getting out of the house and doing stuff and staying active, where it's not too strenuous, is going to be the best for you, I think, mentally. I know it works for me. Just get out of the house, get moving. So life will happen. Life will get in the way, and life will continue. This is the new normal. Walking around with your kids and trucking your baby everywhere, it's the new normal. So enjoy it and get out. Get out of the house. Don't lock yourself up anymore. Even if it's cold outside, you can get out, go to the mall, go for a walk. You don't have to go shopping, but just get out and go do something. All right, 6 weeks out, and I am officially approved to work out, which is so exciting. So here's what I'm going to do. I have an accountability group that I'm starting with a group of women, and we start next week on Monday. So this week what I'm doing is I'm writing down my meals, I'm organizing my cabinets, my food, and just cleansing out anything that I don't need. I'm starting to get back in the swing of things. So I'm also organizing my workout schedule. Now, I have been going walking, but I haven't been doing any lifting. I've done some real light weight exercises with squats and nothing really that's going to make a difference, just things that were moving my body. So what I plan to do is I plan to start following a fitness schedule where I'm going to be doing cardio and weightlifting. I'm following a program called Hammer and Chisel, which is a Beachbody program that just came out. What I like about this is this incorporates a lot of weight training and cardio. So to me, weight training and just basic cardio is super boring. I love music and I love moving, and I need that to be stimulated in those ways, but I really, 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 really want to stick to a schedule. So for me, what I'm going to do is follow this for an entire 60 days and incorporate some of my fun workouts too. So for instance, I love kickboxing, I like dancing, I like doing things with music. I have amazing playlists that I can do with any workout. So I will be incorporating that. My goal is to start working out 6 days a week. I know, 6 days a week. How am I going to fit it in? My goal is to get at least 30 minutes in 6 days a week. Because if I aim for 6, I know I'm going to get 5. No matter what. I know I'm going to get 5. I've also looked over my calendar over the next 3 weeks, and I know over the next 3 weeks I can totally do this. I know I might be sore. I know I'll be tired. I know there'll be times where I'm nursing all night or getting up all night. And I think that's, just part of life, is just start moving and get going. So that's my goal over the next 3 weeks, is to follow the Hammer and Chisel program from start to finish, but to get it running and rolling. Maternity leave. I know lots of women, especially if you're in the corporate world, some people get 6 weeks paid maternity leave, some people get 8, some people get 12, some people get 16. I know everyone is different. If you're not working, it may seem like, okay, I didn't get any maternity leave because I am a mom full-time and I didn't get any time off. I had like 3 days in the hospital and I wanted to stay extra days to have extra time off. So I know everyone's different. I'm giving myself a full 12 weeks to recover before I dive back into a schedule. And again, I feel really good right now. So I'm starting to incorporate more things into my routine. So I do work. Luckily, I do run my own business online through Health and Fitness. I'm a Beachbody coach, so I'm able to make my own hours. I never really stopped working. Like, I always had a challenge group, I always had my team, but I just cut down my hours tremendously and then just checked in every once in a while. So I am going back into incorporating just about an hour or 2 hours a day for the next couple weeks, seeing how that feels, and then, going back into more of a schedule. My oldest son goes to preschool, so that is kind of helps for half of the day. And then this guy will stay at home with me for at least 6 to 9 months, since I'll be nursing. I may get a sitter from time to time just to give me some extra hours on my plate, or when my husband comes home, have him watch the babies and I can get some work done. But really, my goal is just to be happy. And if it's going to stress me out, then I really, it's too much. So my goal is just to be happy and just to be the best mom that I can be with these little guys. So if that means that I need to take, more time or less time, or I need to get back in the swing of this thing sooner, it's really it just depends. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So what I hope to happen is that I start working out and I lose all my baby weight in 3 days. But it's just not going to happen. But what is going to happen is it is going to be a process. It is going to be probably at least 9 months for me to fully feel like my fit self again. And I'm really looking forward to the challenge. So I know that this is going to be something that I'm going to have to continue to do. And I'm going to update this vlog at least every few weeks, just so you know what I'm doing, and hopefully to inspire some other people and let you know that it's totally okay. So how I'm feeling now. I'm great. I'm tired. I'm really tired, but I am trying to get as much sleep as I can and get more things done first thing in the morning and throughout the day. So at night, when I'm the most tired, I don't leave my workout for night. I leave that nighttime for family time, and then bedtime, and then that's it. So I'm trying not to do any work or even workouts right now at night. My goal is to get everything done in the mornings and during the day, so then if I need to, I can nap. But who doesn't want to take a nap with this little guy? Look at him, he's so cute. Oh. So yeah, so we're doing really good. I feel really good. I'm in such a better place the second time go around than the first time. The first time, I was a total hot mess. I felt like a crazy wild animal mom, like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can do this. And I also put a lot of pressure on myself to get my pre-baby body back right away, which, you know, being in the fitness industry, I think some people expect that from you. They think, okay, well, you're going to do it in a short amount of time because you're a fitness person. But this is really not the truth. Just because I'm in the fitness industry does not mean I have this magical pill or magical something that's going to push me to get results faster. I'm going to be getting results the same amount of time as anybody else following a program, eating healthy and working out. So I hope you continue to follow me and keep me motivated, because I think that's one of the biggest things is accountability. I've created a circle of accountability with friends and with other moms, and that's what Bump Sisters is all about. It's a community of women that have had pregnancies, gone through pregnancies, they're just supporting one another, and no one's judging anyone. No one's saying, oh, well, you know, you only gained this much, and oh, you gained that much, or you're short, or you're tall. No one's judging anyone. If you were fit before pregnancy, awesome. If you weren't, awesome. It's just basically a place where people can come together and support one another. All right, so here's the best part, or the worst part. So my updated stats on how things are going. My current weight today at the doctor was 164, which means I have about 35 pounds to get to my happy weight, which is about 130. My weight that I like being at is 127. But here's what you need to know about weight. It is so not important, the number on the scale. The number on the scale does not, let me repeat, it does not mean that you're a better person, or it's not an indicator of your character and who you are and what you're about. So who cares what the scale says? Let's just go about how we feel about ourselves, where we are. Are we comfortable? Are we happy? Are we glowing? Are we living our life to the fullest? That's the best weight that you should be at. I hope these are fun and like interesting, and that people are inspired, because I'm standing here like practically naked and it totally sucks. But I know it's gonna change, and I know there's so many people that came up to me like after my first weight loss story like, well, I can't do that. Well, you did this, and like, psh, you totally got this. Like, just freaking eat right and work out. Follow a program. Get with a group of people that are going to support you and motivate you and challenge you to be better every single day. That's who you should be with.